Number 5 is huge. And this is we've got to get free from fear. And nothing has tested this like COVID has. You will not find truth in fear, because fear is not from God. And so if we want to discern truth, we have to acknowledge any fear, any anxiety or worry, because it will influence how we discern things. Romans 8:15, for you did not receive the spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you have received the spirit of adoption as sons, by whom we cry, Abba, Father. You know, I found a quote. Of course, we often refer to the Holocaust and what happened in Germany. And of course, historically, as we've looked, at that from this vantage point, it's like, man, that was terrible what they did. And even think about the progression of how a nation like that ended up the way they did. Well, it says about 75 years ago, Hermann Goering, he was Adolf Hitler's lieutenant. And he testified at the Nuremberg Court of Appeal, and he was asked this question: how did you get the German people to accept all this? And he replied, it was very easy. It had nothing to do with Nazism. It has something to do with human nature. He says you can actually do it in a Nazi, socialist, communist regime, in a monarchy, and even a democracy. The only thing that needs to be done to enslave people is to scare them. If you manage to find a way to scare people, you can make them do what you want. Kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? I mean, I've often said, even with this COVID thing, there is a coronavirus, a real virus. But there is a demonic spirit that has attached itself to it. And we've got to keep them separate. And we need to operate in wisdom, but that wisdom better be founded in facts and in valid information. That's true wisdom. And this is something we need to be praying into as the body of Christ, because I've not seen such, it's this demonic spirit that's gotten attached. It has sucked the faith out of the church. I thought about last week at communion when Ryan led us in this, powerful time of physical healing. And, at first I was like, ooh, do we dare do that? Have we fallen that far in the church that we no longer have faith for supernatural healing? That God can heal us and we don't have to be afraid. This is something that we're going to have to rebuild as a body, because we've always believed in signs, wonders, and miracles, and that we can walk in divine health. We've really been tested in it. And so I'm praying that we have to be intentional in building up our faith of who God is, that He is bigger than any COVID. He's bigger than all these things that are coming against us to rob us of our faith in God. So this is a charge that we have as a church, and I pray that you can join in that.